folks, how you doing? My name is Gitea Perkins. You might have seen me previously doing the CX-9 for Mazda, walk around. But now I'm gonna walk around and talk to you about the Mazda3. A very nice compact vehicle. And I can just tell you this here. It has elegance, it has sports, it has movement, it has everything. And yes, Mazda's having some difficulties getting vehicles, but I'm at Capitol Mazda, #1 Mazda dealership in Northern California. As you can see, looking around, we have all kind of Mazdas, and yes, we have all kind of deals. Matter of fact, this Mazda3 I'm going to talk to you about has 0% for 60 months. That is correct. 0% for 60 months on the brand new 2011 Mazda 3. The vehicle that I want to tell you a little bit about, what we're going to do, we're going to start from the front of this vehicle, which is very aerodynamic, and it has a 2.5 liter engine, okay, variable valve timing, double overhead V6. Now, what that does, the variable valve timing, help it transition the engine smoothly when you're changing gears, okay? And the transition gives you a very smooth transition. All right, as you can see, the vehicle has a dropout motor mount. This is part of the safety. Dropout motor mount, God forbid a head-on collision, the engine drops to the ground. After the engine drops to the ground, the airbags deploy. When the airbags deploy, come on over here. When the airbags deploy, the steering wheel collapses for easy access out of the vehicle. As you see, it has a small steering wheel, leather wrap, easy for you to handle. The steering wheel also is very good because on the steering wheel, you have all the controls. Yes, you have Bluetooth in the Mazda 3, but not only do you have Bluetooth, the Mazda 3 Bluetooth pairs up to 7 different audio devices. That is correct. 7 different audio devices can pair it up on this here Bluetooth. And another good thing, a lot of your most expensive vehicles don't do this here. The ringtone from your Bluetooth comes right throughout the stereo system. That is correct. Your ringtone from your Bluetooth plays throughout the stereo system. You're pairing up those 7 different audio devices, even your iPod. Now, also on the steering wheel, you have volume control. The volume control for your steering wheel is the Bluetooth and the stereo. Have full control of the volume. Also, you have Seek on this steer. The Seek is program station that you have programmed on your AM, FM stereo. Also, you have mode AM, FM, FM2, and auxiliary. Also, you have mute button. Mute that Bluetooth. Also, you can mute your stereo system. Also, on the steering wheel, you have the information window. Okay, the information window give you a little bit of information about your maintenance, also about the fuel that you have used up, also have ambientism, the temperature outside. Also, it tells you what type of maintenance schedule you can put your vehicle on. Now, you usually would have navigation, but we don't have navigation in this particular one. The navigation also has the controls on the steering wheel. This steering wheel, as I told you after the airbag, the steering wheel collapsed. Also, the steering wheel, it also tilts and telescopic, which pulls forward, drops down. Now, some of your most elaborate vehicles do not have that, and the Mazda 3 does have that. Along with the Mazda 3, you get a nice, and this here's 2011 Mazda 3 Grand Touring, you do get the Bose center point surround sound. The center point surround sound, okay, you have the audio. And in case you have the windows up and there's a different sound in the vehicle, the steering wheel controls itself. It either raises the volume or lowers the volume, all which is better for you. That's a 2011 Mazda Bose stereo system with 10 speakers, 250 watts, okay? Also in the Grand Touring, you get leather seats. The leather seats on the Grand Touring does, on the power side, have 8-way power seats. You can go 8 different ways. You can go raise the seat up, raise it down in the back, go forward and back, and also you do have your tilt for your recline. Okay, now in the Mazda 3, in the center, you have your cup holders where you can put your, and they have a cover for the cup holders if you don't want to use the cup holders, and you have a little storage in the center compartment area. That center compartment area also have the auxiliary for your iPod, if you want to hook up your iPod for it to play out the stereo system. Also have a charger in case you want to put your cell phone in the middle and charge your cell phone. That is some of the most important along with storage. The Mazda 3, good thing about safety, I gotta tell you this. It has side airbags. You already know about the front airbags, new generation. The airbag in the passenger side, if the person in the passenger side is 60 pounds or less, it actually deactivates itself, so it won't hurt that individual in the driver's side. Do not put little children in the passenger side of your car. Sit them in the back seat, face it so they can see what's going on. Let's get over here. In this vehicle, you have the back seat. The back seat on the doors All doors, you have cup holders. In the back seat, you have the leather, but also in the center, you have cup holders also. On this vehicle, as we walk around, you see the Mazda 3, not only does it have xenon headlights in the front, now I'm gonna say a little bit something about the competitors. The Toyota, the Honda Civic does not have those xenon headlights, okay? Now also in the Mazda 3 Grand Touring, you can get adaptive front lighting. In other words, when you turn the steering wheel, the lights will turn with your steering wheel. You can get that in the Grand Touring. You cannot get that on the Honda Civic, you cannot get that on the Toyota Corolla, nor can you get that on the Nissan. Nice cars, very nice vehicles, but they don't even have the room that I have in my trunk either. My trunk space is larger than the Toyota Corolla. My trunk space is larger than the Honda Civic, also larger than the Nissan Sentra. Now, the good thing about my trunk space, I have 60-40 split. I can split my seats down 60% and they go all the way down. I can do that. Or I can go over here to the passenger side and go 40%, or as you can see, I put both of them down. You see the floor mats, of course, you get floor mats. I know Toyota, you gotta pay for your floor mats, but you get them free with Mazda. This trunk on this 2.5 liter, as you see, has a lip on it. That's a lip spoiler. That helps you when you're driving, because this is a performance sports vehicle, truly. It may be a compact vehicle, but that 2.5 liter, 167 horsepower does perform, okay? Now, because of that, you're sitting in a racing cage. That is correct. When I say racing cage, you're just like the race cars. You have Triple H cage. What that does, Triple H, you got steel safety beams at the bottom in a Triple H frame. You got steel safety beams on both sides of the vehicle. That's a Triple H frame. Then you have that same frame on the top. Okay, that's 3 ways of protecting you. Side collision, you have no problem, because you got the steel beams. God forbid it happening, but you do have the safety features there to protect you in the Mazda 3. Some of these features you will not get in your Toyota Corolla, nor will you get in your Honda Civic. Mind you, I'm not talking about these cars bad at all, because those are 2 fantastic vehicles. They're not made in Japan though. The Mazda 3 is actually made in Japan. I'm talking about Hiroshima, all right? Look, you come over here in the passenger side, once again, you got the leather. Also, you have a glove compartment. A lot of people say that's it. No, it's just a shelf. But you stick your arm in there. You can put your laptop in there if you so desire. That's how deep that was. I'm gonna do it one more time. You stick your arm in there. My goodness, you see how deep that was? Yes, you can put your laptop in there. That is fantastic about the Mazda 3. Now, as we walk around, I told you about some safety features. Did I tell you about the side airbags, side air curtains? Yes, side airbag, side air curtain. God forbid a side collision. No protruding glass. You got side curtains to prevent that protruding glass, okay? You got front active headrest, okay? That is good. When I'm saying front active headrest, God forbid a rear collision, it prevents you from getting whiplash. Yes, you have that in a Mazda 3, a Mazda 3. You don't have some of these features in your most elaborate vehicles, but you do have it in the Mazda 3, made in Japan. Now, as we walk around, I talk about the vehicle, I tell you about the xenon headlights. I tell you about the xenon LED lights in the rear. I tell you about the safety features, the crumple zone, made by Volvo, who makes the best crumple zones. I tell you about the moonroof, one-touch moonroof. I can tell you all that. But the main thing about Mazda is safety. Another thing is 3-year, 36, 24-hour roadside service anywhere in the United States. I don't care where you are. You run out of gas, they'll bring you 5 gallon. You have a flat, to repair your flat. You like the keys to the car, they open doors for you to retrieve your keys. You have to be told, they'll tow you anywhere in the United States. They're good, I have used it myself. Now, the Mazda 3, I told you a little about that. I told you about the safeties. I told you it was made in Hiroshima. I told you it has 167 horsepower, more horsepower than the Honda Civic, more horsepower than the Toyota Corolla. I told you about the 0% that you can get for 60 months. Now, the good thing about it, I have these vehicles. You come to Capitol Mazda, the #1 Mazda dealership in Northern California, by far. Been around 30 years. Now, the good part about that dealership being around 30 years, I've been around 19 years, 7 months of that time. Come to Capitol Mazda, you'll meet Gitea Perkins, you'll drive up in one of the most fantastic vehicles, and one of the most safest vehicles, and we'll do your first oil change at no cost. Thank you.